Hey! Halloween 2020 is coming up soon, so here is a great idea for DIY Halloween crafts you can do over the fall holidays. This easy-to-make paper mache Halloween pumpkin will make for awesome Halloween decorations. Once you've completed the pumpkin, it can be used as a jack-o'-lantern, place it on your door for decoration, use as a scarecrow head, trick-or-treat candy ball, or a cool-looking pumpkin top hat. Here's what you'll need. 1. Newspaper. 2. Flour. 3. Water. 4. Bungee balloons. 5. Salt. 6. Paint. 7. Round piece of cardboard. 8. Sticker with the pumpkin stem. 9. String or large rubber bands. 10. Smashed bottle cap or washer optional. You will also need the following tools: cutting device, a sharp serrated knife, X-Acto knife or Dremel, scissors, a glue gun with extra glue sticks, a small nail. Let's begin with prepping the balloon. 1. Decide how big you want your Halloween pumpkin to be, and then blow it up to the desired size. Now, use the string to measure the circumference of the balloon without tying it. Then, cut the string ends in such a way that both ends meet. Do this for 3 more of equal lengths. 2. Hold all of the loose ends together and tie each string by pulling them through a loop, keeping the ends close to the knot as shown. Now, place the deflated balloon and the strings, draping it around the balloon as you blow it back up. As you hold the knot at the top, blow up the balloon enough to the point where the strings cannot shift much on its own, but just enough for you to adjust this string to create straight loops that make sections around the balloon. 3. This may take some trial and error, so be patient. Once the strings are straight enough, finish blowing up the balloon until it creates that pumpkin shape with ridges. Adding the newspaper. Mix water and flour together in a bowl to create the paper mache mix. A good guideline is a mixing ratio that's 2 parts water to 1 part flour. To deter mold from growing, add a small amount of salt to your mixture. Now begin cutting strips from the newspaper long enough to go from top to bottom at a width of about 1 inch. That way it won't wrinkle. Now begin the fun. Dig the strips in your mixture one at a time. Follow these tips for best application. 1. Make sure to dig the strips thoroughly in the mixture to wet it. Then pull the strip through your fingers to remove the excess paste before you apply it on the balloon. 2. Don't rush. Apply each layer one at a time, allowing for a brief period in between to dry. The humidity will affect the time it will take to dry properly. 3. Do about 3 to 4 layers. That way you'll have a sturdy Halloween pumpkin. Let's paint. First, once the pumpkin has completely dried, sand it and then paint it. Any paste clumps can be sanded off with some light sandpaper. If you are going to use spray paint, be sure to read the instructions on the can and spray in a well-ventilated area. Here's a good tip: apply a few layers of white or black paint on the entire pumpkin and allow it to completely dry. This is so that once you apply the orange paint, the newspaper will not be visible. Ta-da! Now you have a real-looking Halloween pumpkin. Now to do some Halloween pumpkin carving. There are various creative ways you can go about cutting out your desired shapes. In this example, we'll only be removing the top. 1. To outline the top, you can use a bowl that is the size you want. Then using a pencil, trace the outline around the edge where you are going to cut. Adding a notch in the circle will make it easier for you to line up the top after it has been cut off. 2. For the actual cut, you can use a drywall cutting bit on a Dremel with a multi-purpose cutting attachment was used to help keep it straight. You can use any other sharp cutting tool with a pair of scissors if you don't own a Dremel. 3. Applying hot glue to the edges of the pumpkin top and body. It will be less likely to separate. and make placing the top on the pumpkin easy without falling in. 4. Again, you may also now cut out cool-looking patterns to give your Halloween pumpkin a face. For instance, following the same steps described for the top. Inserting pumpkin stem. 1. Find a fitting stick or trimmings from the yard, about ½ inch in diameter. 2. Cut a circular disc from cardboard or any stiff paper. This will be used on the bottom of the top part to attach the stem. Now, use hot glue to glue the piece of cardboard to the underside of the lid. You may use strong glue, but hot glue works better. 3. Push the small nail through the hole of the top part, piercing the cardboard disc below it to mark where the stem will be placed. Remove the nail and take the washer and center it on the inside of the top and glue it tight, then push the nail through from the underside this time. The washer is just for extra protection to prevent the stem from falling off. Now position the stem so that the nail is inserted through the middle. You may have to use a hammer or strong force to push the stem down onto the nail. Use some hot glue below the stem to fix it to the top lid before you push it completely down. Some additional tips. You can now marvel at your Halloween pumpkin. If you've carved a face out of the pumpkin, you can place candles inside and have yourself a DIY jack-o'-lantern. You may also take the top part off and use the pumpkin as Halloween decorations or as a trick-or-treat basket. The top would also go well with some fun ideas for a Halloween costume. To use the top as a hat, you can take some elastic string, measure it to fit comfortably around your head, tie the ends together and glue it to the underside of the pumpkin top. Another cool idea is to use the Halloween pumpkin as a hat for a creepy-looking headless horseman as a Halloween costume. This can be done by cutting out creepy eyes and a mouth, and gluing black see-through mesh to the inside of the pumpkin. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and may you have fun creating this DIY Halloween crafts. Comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions. Have an amazing Halloween. That's it! Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to the Healthy Couch Potato channel.